Gary Sloan of the Audubon Society is helping some birds into a foster home, the chimney of a southeast Portland house.
Well, the two birds look fine.
The birds in question are of the smallest variety of North American swift, the Vaux Swift.
Their feet, they're just like little tiny claws. They're almost like Velcro. And their only job as young birds is to cling to the side of their nesting environment. Looking up from the bottom or down from the top, you might see a small nest like this. They're made of small twigs, dead twigs from old-growth Douglas fir trees. Prior to development, urban development of the Pacific Northwest, these birds were using old hollowed-out snags for their nest sites, which are very much like chimneys. And over the past 150 years, they've adapted somewhat. They've adapted to using chimneys.
These young birds were found dehydrated and in need of a place to nest. They're not quite ready to fly yet, but when they are, their lives will change.
Other than the time that they spend inside a hollowed tree or a chimney, they are entirely in the air. They cannot perch on sticks. So they're totally unlike any other songbird that is a perching bird. Their toes don't work that way. They don't have an opposing toe in the back that allows them to perch.
In the spring, Vaux Swifts migrate to the Pacific Northwest to mate. It's fall now, time for them to fly back to Central and South America. As they prepare to go, they gather into large flocks that roost in chimneys all over Oregon. A great place to observe this is here at Chapman Elementary School in Northwest Portland. Because here, not just a few, but up to 30,000 birds swoop down like a tornado at dusk, funneling into this giant chimney. It's the largest concentration of Vaux Swifts in North America and a birdwatcher's paradise. But these tiny birds do have an effect on this 76-year-old grade school. Swifts in the chimney mean no heat in the classrooms, as Chapman principal Bob McAllister explains.
The boiler heats the water and runs through a hot water system throughout the whole building, and that's what keeps the children warm. Of course, when the birds are here, we don't turn the boilers on, and so we don't until they leave and go south. And obviously, in the fall, if it begins to get kind of cool, the children have to wear their coats or their sweatshirts and sweaters, as do the teachers.
So Chapman School has chosen to coexist with the bird cycle and bundle up through September. It's a great opportunity to observe and learn just why they are called swifts.
These birds will fly at over 100 miles an hour, and this is flying not in a dive, which makes them one of the fastest flyers.
The Audubon Society sets up a swift watch most nights in September. Enthusiasts like Bonnie Schaffner and Keith Robillard train volunteers to share binoculars and answer questions that pop up about the swifts.
Did you have a question?
Well, we had a hawk who figured out that the birds were at Chapman last year, so it'll be interesting to see if he comes back.
Yeah, it came and it landed on the chimney, and all the swifts were like, ah, and they're flying around, and then of course they want to get in the chimney, so they were very agitated, and we're like, there are 30,000 of you, kick his butt.